I was muted that whole time. I love how my pack one picks itself. We have Righteous Outlaw here. 2-1 for 2, speed, diligence. Yep, just everything we want to be doing in life. Ruby's very good. Let's just force another Ruby aggro deck. Would like if the Iotachi coins wheeled back around. This also pays for a big part of our draft. This is like $3, so. In our next pack here, nothing too terribly exciting in here. The uncommons are all pretty underwhelming. It's pretty obvious that someone took the rare out of this pack already. Maybe the Blitz is the most reasonable. 1 second, I'm queuing up a show for Declan. Grab Blitz here? Yeah, I can go grab Blitz here. Second Sacred Stance, right? Oh, I forgot to change my overlay here. Let's make that so it's a little bit more draft layout friendly. Prime Form asked, still playing Shards, any MTG lately? Yeah, we streamed Magic yesterday morning. Probably stream Magic at some point later this week. Make sure you follow the channel and you'll get notifications when we go live with different games. Follow me on Twitter, I post. Nothing super exciting in this pack either. Furious Blitzer is a plenty playable card, I guess. This card often goes late. Chastise isn't completely unreasonable. This is one of the better common pieces of removal in this format. I don't think it's enough to like compel me to move into Diamond though. Chastise is probably the pickup here. Battle Prep is also reasonable, but it's like not super great for pushing us into a new threshold. I played the Open this past weekend, but I don't really plan to play too terribly many more Open events. Playing large Magic tournaments is really inconvenient and expensive. Like, you know, playing the Open this past weekend, I didn't even fly. I drove there, and it cost me upwards of $200 to travel to the event, and the entry fees for the events, like, playing Magic Online or playing Hex here on the computer are just like infinitely more convenient and cost effective. And I get to produce content while I do these things. Like, I spend the weekend going to an Open. I don't get to spend any time raiding, really. I don't get to spend any time recording videos. So, like, you know. Feed the Flames here. I've mentioned before, this is one of the best pieces of common Ruby removal in the format. Just deal 3 damage to target opposing troop. Occasionally, you can double it up, but just like very, very reasonable. Especially like Hex has, you know, cash tournaments every single weekend I can play from home. 2 weekends ago, I top 8'd Hex's every other month 5K, made $250. I lost in the quarterfinals, but, you know, still made $250 and didn't leave my house to do so. Didn't have to pay an entry fee to do so, so, like, seems fantastic. Mooncall Ceremony's pretty good here. Explosive Interlude's, like, fine if you're light on removal, but, like, we already have 2 premium pieces of removal, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the Mooncall Ceremony here. I think this conscripts an Ardent Troop of cost 3 and then gives it -1 cost, so usually you get something above rate with this. The 4 cost rate? There's some real busted one. Getting the Empowered Troops with this is huge game. Nothing exciting in this pack at all for us. This pack seems like it's pretty mediocre in general. I suppose I could go ahead and pick up the Spiritbound Vicar here. There's a non-zero chance we get a few of these, and they stack nicely. Other socketed troops you control get +1/+1. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. If we end up getting, like, Rock Sliders, we probably won't play this, but this is, like, a fine card to grab. This pack doesn't have anything too terribly exciting for us in it either. We've got one conscript card, but Mesa Caretaker is kind of like a pretty mediocre conscript payoff. Whenever you conscript a troop, it creates a Valor and puts it into your hand. I think I'm going to grab the Scraptooth Gnasher here. Like, if we end up getting Brute Crown Bashers, I won't mind having these, and like, my odds of playing Mesa Caretaker are probably similar to my odds of playing Scraptooth Gnasher. At this point with the cards I'm seeing, I'm wondering if I'm supposed to be moving into a different shard. These cards aren't great in general, though, so like I don't feel like we're getting cut. I feel like these packs are just a little bit weak. Yeah, the Sockets Batters deck is definitely tough to draft in this format. That's why, like, Spiritbound Vicar's like a 2/2 with Flight on attack for 3, so like the floor on this card is still pretty high, so I don't think it's completely unreasonable. I guess I'll take a Tail of Carnage. Maybe I'll cut a Crossing Swords. Nah, I'm pretty happy if someone else ends up in Wild. Yeah, Yotachi coins wheeled back around to us, 10 out of 10. Love some coins. This is one of the better coins in the set for sure as well. Will we be playing more Magic Online Commander? Yes, actually. So Magic Online added their challenge events every weekend now, and I can't play the one this Saturday because I'm going to a cookout with the family, but I'm planning to try and play their Saturday challenge events that are the Commander format on the regular, so I'm going to definitely be looking for a deck that I like playing in that format that feels competitive. The Gitrog Monster feels like a good start. I really like a lot of the things that that deck's doing, but they're also going to have a ban list update for the 1v1 Commander format tomorrow, so after that happens, it'll kind of determine what exactly I'll be looking at in the format. Yeah, it feels like Legacy or Vintage, which are both formats. I haven't actually played Vintage. I'm told it feels like Vintage, I should say. But it feels a lot like Legacy, and I've been enjoying Legacy a lot, so I'm not going to be doing quite as many open and like invitational style events in paper, just because like I mentioned earlier, it's expensive and traveling is kind of tough. But I definitely plan to play like some more Legacy and Commander, maybe some more Modern if Modern becomes a more reasonable format. Second, Scraptooth Gnasher is a sweet pickup here. The thing that's awkward about Scraptooth Gnasher is that the payoff for Scraptooth Gnasher is that Brute Crown Basher is the better of the two. So if our pack 3 comes up light on Bashers, the Gnashers are really mediocre. Perversion's a fine and plenty playable card. Love this as a combat trick. We've got like 11-ish cards here in our main deck, but like Vicar and Gnashers may or may not be playable. Yeah, right? It's the only format where Gitrog is competitive. Maybe if Modern was a touch slower. Maybe if they ban Marvel or Ulamog, or maybe both, we could try it in Standard. I'd really like to try playing Gitrog in Standard. Magic Standard format. Just like a Magic card that I enjoy casting. Alright, what do we got here? This pack's actually pretty good for us. 10 out of 10 taking Decree of Banishing. I think this is the best piece of removal in this format that's common or uncommon. Just like Void's target thing, there's no ton of constant removal in this format, so it's basically just hard removal for 2. Cavalry, Ballad, or Blitzer would all be cards that would be reasonable if they wheeled to us. Well, it's like, it's not even that Marvel's a bad card, it's just like, why would you put Marvel in Standard with the Eldrazi Titans at the same time? Like, that's such a huge miss. Like, it's not even like a subtle miss, right? It's just like this big, glaring, like, we have these obnoxious things with powerful cast effects that cost a lot of mana. Why would you want to put them in a format where you could cast them for free? There's another, man, Consult the Talons, that's, yeah. Blitz and Scraptooth Gnasher. I think I'm gonna take the Blitz. The Gnasher's almost certainly going to wheel. Another Blitz. Yeah, might be pushing it on Blitzes at this point. We don't have a ton of troops, but there aren't any other good troops to take. I guess I could take this Orbiculon. Maybe we're light enough on... I've got 1, 2, 3... I think I'm taking this Orbiculon. Yeah, I'm gonna take this Orbiculon. Yeah, right? Like, what if... No, honestly, if Marvel just said, like, put a permanent from the top 6 cards of your deck into play, it would be way more manageable, right? Then, like, you could Deck and Stone Ulamog or Stasis Snare it. You could still, like, disallow or summary dismissal the Marvel activation. Like, there's so many little things they could have done differently to make Marvel with the Eldrazi Titans completely fair and balanced. And, like, instead they just went, like, with the most obnoxious route possible to make the format miserable. Ashwood Minstrel is fantastic here. Actually, Mooncall Ceremony. We don't have anything to ramp into, so Minstrel's less good. I just want more quality troops at this point. Like, we're gearing up to be, like, this awkward, like, Ruby Diamond aggressive deck. We don't have a ton of actual aggression yet. Deck feels kind of medium minus currently. I think getting the additional troop here is more important than getting the third Blitz. Like, we passed another Blitz earlier for the Orbiculon, and, like, Mooncall Ceremony is much better than Orbiculon. It's possible I should have taken the third Blitz over the Orbiculon, but I am honestly a little bit worried about not having enough troops in this deck. Okay, here's a Rock Slider. So, like, Rock Slider's probably the best pick in this pack for us, but, like, the question is, like, is this Rock Slider worth playing Marzul for? I guess Marzul's, like, okay in this deck in general. It's probably worth it. If we're really lucky, we'll get another Rock Slider in this next pack, but having only one Rock Slider and playing Marzul feels a little bit bad. Hiding this Vicar for now. Hopefully we just get some Brute Crown Bashers in this third pack, and we'll get to just, like, Gnasher people up. I know it's weird. The Future League, they needed to make another thing to help them test, because apparently that's a hard concept. I think I want Furious Blitzer at this point. Curving Rock Slider into Blitzer is pretty big game. It gives us another way to, like, enable the Orbiculon attacking. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Scraptooth Gnasher, I think. Yeah, I just, like, I think we're in the hope to get Brute Crown Bashers game plan here. Hopefully that Gnasher we passed earlier wheels, and then we're just on 4 Gnashers. Okay, this is the last pack in this go round, so that means we aren't going to get any more Rock Sliders, which is unfortunate. Hopefully that other Gnasher comes back around and then we get some Bashers. Sorry for being a bit sniffly. Jacob brought the plague home from preschool. Getting this Boisterous Ballad feels good. Honestly, this Rock Slider might not be worth it, especially if we end up on the Scrap Tooth Gnasher plan. Maybe we just want to be like a Marshall Josephina deck. I'm sure someone somewhere has played it in Nevo deck. Our Gnasher, our big boy, the Gnasher came back around. Alright, I need everyone to channel your energy into... We're getting 3 Brute Crown Bashers out of this next pack. Just like, all the Bashers we can. Channel the energy into this 3rd pack. Everyone is about to open... Why not just 8 Brute Crown Bashers? Every booster pack that's about to get opened in the next round of this draft is going to have a Brute Crown Basher in it. Gotta dream big, folks. Dream big. I believe. And Scrappy here, he can get bigger. Alright, I'll take a second reversion, I guess. Just need all of the Brute Crown Bashers. I remember in 555 draft, I drafted like a 6X Basher deck one time, and it was real good. I've never actually gotten Bashers to go with my Gnashers, so I would like if that would work. Can I settle for 6? I would settle for 6 Bashers. 8 might be ambitious. 10 out of 10 would settle for 6. Alright, 3 reversions is almost certainly too many main, but we might board up to those against, like, Grandfather Elk or Marzul. Rise to the challenge, just for chat. We're gonna rise to the challenge of drafting a bunch of Brute Crown Bashers. Can you do it, fam? Rise to the challenge of drafting a bunch of Brute Crown Bashers. Alright. Bashers, Bashers, Bashers! Alright, swing and a miss. Nothing playable in this pack. Take the Mythic. Alright, Bashers, please. Bashers, please. Bashers, please. Need something to drink? Okay, I'm gonna get you Gatorade, okay? Alright, I just need everyone to stay calm. We've gotten through 2 packs now without a Basher. This is, we said we would be happy with 6. There's still a chance to get past 6 Bashers. Okay, I just need everyone calm down. Stop freaking out, chat. Stop freaking out. Alright. Alright, we can do this. There's still a chance. There's still a chance. Don't panic. Don't panic. Come on. Come on, Bashers. Come to daddy, Bashers! Let the Bashers begin. I told you not to panic, chat fam. It's cool. It's cool. There's five more Bashers. There's five more Bashers coming our way. 5 more packs we still haven't seen yet. Just like snap, not risking that, not wheeling. None of these. These are all pickable at this point. All of the Bashers will belong to us. It's fine. They're not going to Hero Fall or 2-1. It's cool. Basher! I guess I'll take this War Party guy. We don't actually have that many Ardent Troops in our deck, but like a 2-1 Swift Striker for 2 is like perfectly reasonable. Alright. Bashers. Bashers. Oh, God. Every time we get past a pack or there's not a Brew Crown Basher, I die on the inside a little bit more. I'm withering and dying over here, Hex. Quick, Corey, whitelist us again. I need more Brew Crown Bashers. I didn't mean for you to really unwhitelist me. Oh no! Oh no! Where are my bashers? Where are the bashers, Jacob? Do you need some more Cheerios? Are you gonna Brew Crown bash me if I don't give you some Cheerios? I'm all alone, there's no bashers here beside me. Do 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 do. Why, bashers? Why? Please come home. Please come home, bashers. I've lost track. Do we have a chance to get any more bashers here? We'd have 34 cards afterwards. We're at 41. We got one more chance at a basher. Come on. Daddy needs one more basher. One more big Brew Crown basher to gnash on through the opponents. Gnash them on up. No, the dream is dead. The dream is officially dead. The dream is officially dead. I hope everyone had a good time. Tip your waiters on the way out. Alright, I guess we're playing a deck full of 3/2s for 3. Hoping that's good enough. I guess this Ironsmith is technically good. Could a reversion here, maybe? I'll be right back. I need to run and get a Kleenex symbol on my nose. Darn plague children. Holy crap, these late spring dancers. No one must have been playing wild. What am I cutting here? The Orbiculon cuttable, probably. Card's pretty bad. Wish I had a third Blitz instead of that Orbiculon. Wild seeds, we should pivot, alright? Alright, so... Is this a Sejas deck, or is this a Marshall Josephina deck? It might just be an Ada deck because we're hoping that we can get a champion power to carry us. It's probably supposed to be a Marshall Josephina deck, right? Which champ says O2 the best, right? Right? I think that's Marshall Josephina. Post-nerf Marshall Josephina seems real mediocre. This is a shape drop deck. This is nah, it's fine. We finally broke into Cosmic. We can do a draft here. Scraptooth Gnasher on 3, can't lose. Opponent intimidating us with their hero fall sleeves. Joke's on them, our deck's real bad. We don't need to be intimidated. Hey, it's a 3-2. Thank you very much, Immortal. Calm down over there. Haven't drawn a non-resource. That's exactly what we want to be doing when our champion doesn't actually generate card advantage. Ugh. Oh, God. We're so dead. We're so dead. You're right. We should have just O2. We should have just 0-0 dropped. We tried to live the Scraptooth Gnasher dream, got burned. Opponent's deck seems equally bad, but they also... Opponent's deck also has Ada as the champion to carry them, so like, you know. I'm gonna hold this in my hand, maybe we get an attack in with it. If it's a surprise. Who doesn't love a surprise, Righteous Outlaw? Gosh, we'd be activating Ada next turn if we were playing Ada. Perfect. The perfect even. Rawr. Ten out of 10 willing to trade 2 for 1 there. Here's Ada. God, their deck has so many bad cards in it. It's a shame our deck is much worse. Whenever I see someone playing a deck with cards like my opponents in and they're like in the win bracket, I always wonder how they got there. But like, I'm watching them play against us and our deck is far worse than their deck full of unplayables. So like, you know, bad decks beat worse decks, I guess. Ah, bless America. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of the icing. Boom, 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 boom. So they've played, this is a card I consider largely unplayable, this is a card that's largely unplayable, this is a card that's largely unplayable. They haven't played any Valors out yet, which means these Adamantine War Priests aren't terribly good either. Galleon Spearcliff's a good card. Play that one plenty of times. Oh, baby, a basher. Oh, baby, a basher. Nashy's getting frisky, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Alright, we're done here. I get it. I get it. I get it. We're dead. We're dead. I get it. Alright, unfortunately, our deck full of unplayable cards doesn't have anything better to bring in post-reserves. It's weird. Look, we're already playing this match. I'm going to try and win this match. If we lose the match, we'll probably 0-1 drop the draft. Four shards. Can't even play the 3 cards that I have. Have Hilltop Monastery into 2-drop, though. So really, like, this is probably the single most powerful thing our deck is doing, so we're not going to mulligan. Yeah, I could see that, armies. It's not completely unreasonable. Perfect. The perfect. I guess that lets us cast this Fire in the Hole. I'm probably going to be greedy and cycle this. I feel like I'm going to cycle this because we just can't afford to draw that many resources. Gosh, the deck list isn't even up here. What a hot mess this whole draft has been. They conscripted an Ardent Officer. Good beats. What a tilt. Just like draw Ardent Troop for the turn. Then miss with the War Party Guide. There's a pretty good playable card. God, just like instantly punished for having played out the shard. Just like... Alright, I'm done. I'm done. This deck's bad and I feel bad. That's fine. We've 3-0'd enough drafts recently. We're just gonna 0-0. 0-0 drop that one. 0-0 drop that one. At any rate, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. They've been going for about 3 hours. I'm going to be on tomorrow afternoon. I think I have to miss Friday morning because Jake's off of school. So I'm going to try and make a point to stream tomorrow afternoon. Remember to follow on Twitch or Twitter and all that jazz to get notifications of when I'm going live and with what. At any rate, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll catch you around. Looks like Kent's streaming, so I'm going to go ahead and send you over his way.